Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you are. My name is John or Last Frontier Bricks, and this is my review of the LEGO Star Wars 2024 R2-D2. It is set number 75379, comes with 1,050 pieces plus 2 minifigures, and retails for $100, which is right there around that 10 cents per piece price per piece that everyone seems to think is the gold standard, whether, as Lego said, is a good value or not. This is the seventh and final set I'm releasing. I am reviewing before May 4th of sets that I believe will be popular picks for this May 4th. One of those reasons being, well, for one thing, it's R2-D2. When hasn't he been popular? But considering the $140 C3PO set is also out, and this guy, well, technically the 3PO is built to scale with the R2-D2 since R2-D2 came out first, but that's just a great combination of sets. Plus, you got the exclusive Darth Malak figure, which is, of course, going to appeal to all the Old Republic fans. So, yeah, I do believe that this is definitely going to be a popular pick this May 4th. Taking a look at the box art, you can see R2-D2 in all his glory. He out there on the sand dunes of Tatooine with the twin suns in the background. I almost wish you could see like 3PO or the escape pod they landed in the background, but hey, that's neither here nor there. It would have been nice, but it didn't need. But they didn't need to add it. Plus, you can see both the R2-D2 and the Darth Malak figures down there on the bottom of the box. Swinging this thing around, you get a nice view of the Darth Malak figure looking absolutely fantastic. And then swinging it to the back, you can see R2 with all his little accessories out there with his little periscope, his computer outlet, his little shocker. Plus, you can see you have the detachable third leg, along with a nice display stand, which I can't help but feel like it's going to be stickers. This does have the push tabs, so you do need to damage the box in order to open it. Funny enough, they decided to put the push tabs on the bottom of the box. I would personally would have put them on the top. Anyway, let's see what all we got in here. Well, first off, there's something I was hoping wouldn't be in here. That's a sticker sheet. Not too crazy, but again, I was hoping there wouldn't be stickers in this set. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bags of parts, and we do have one instruction manual, all with the full set in all its glory, complete with that Darth Malak figure. The instruction manual, once again, we have an ad for paper bags in a set without paper bags. And we once again have a page celebrating the 25 years of LEGO Star Wars, and then we just jump straight into the build. Take a look in the back in the box. We have 1, 2, 3 pages of parts, along with a nice image of comparing the sets to the actual merchandise. No sets advertised. So this is going to be, I think this is going to be a fun build, but it's obviously going to be a long build. Again, it's over 1,000 pieces. But we will go ahead and jump into a time-lapse of this set, starting right now. Alright, the build is done. I'd say that took me a solid 2 hours to get done. But considering it's 1,000 pieces, I think I'd almost be disappointed if it took less time. Starting off with the figures, we of course have our 25th anniversary figures, something I know fans of the Old Republic era are going to be fan of, and that is Darth Malak. One thing I gotta say, I'm surprised LEGO did, is that if you take off the head just enough, you can see why he's not showing his mouth, because technically he doesn't have one. It's been chopped off. Probably one of the most brutal details I've ever seen put on a Lego minifigure. Anyway, the metal piece around his head looks really good. The cloth piece, it's the old style cloth, the more rough and rigid material. You can take a look. Got some good back printing going on. Nice detailing both on the front and back. Go in the red. Plus, you got some good metallic printing up there at the top and at the bottom, as well as more metallic printing once again up there at the top, as well as the belt. Nice since addition of like the little cloth pieces printed onto the legs. The wide hands match up with the head very well, and of course he has his lightsaber. And as usual, he comes with the usual 25th anniversary figure stand. And I have the rest of the figures I currently have collected right here with me. So I now have R2 5s from the Boarding Tainted 4, or Saw Gerrera from Darth Maul's Sith Infiltrator, QTKT from the Imperial Dropship versus Rebel Scout Speeder, Cal Kestis from the Imperial Star Destroyer, or Nine Nub from the the Sarlacc Pit, the Desert Skiff, and now Darth Malak from R2-D2. Meaning, there's only one I'm missing now, and that is young Leia from the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, which comes with the Creative Droid Builder set, which I'm honestly thinking I might pick up for May 4th. I've got $120 worth of VIP points ready to go, so that would take care of it right there. But I'm also thinking of maybe putting those putting those VIP points into a much larger something a bit more worth the value than that Creative Joy Builder. I'm honestly not sure. I guess I'll find out. Next up, we have possibly probably one of the best R2-D2 figures we've ever had. Nice that he has his own little place on the stand. You got the good printing all around. Honestly, the stripe for this on this, but at the bottom of the dome on this particular one is a little crooked, and as you can see, but you got all the usual printing on the front. But nice thing is, this one actually has back printing. Actually, the first time I've ever seen an R2-D2 with back printing. I know the one from, if I remember right, the one from the Death Star trash compactor set had it, but this is the first set that I personally own that actually has back printing, and it actually looks really good. So yeah, solid R2-D2. Be disappointed if they didn't give this particular one back printing. And he does have the usual UCS style plaque. This was printed, fortunately, so not a sticker. There are a few stickers in this set, but fortunately this one was not one of them. I'll go ahead and read the plaque for you. Star Wars R2-D2. Manufacturer, industrial automaton, or automaton, however you prefer to pronounce it. Model R2 series astromech droid. Primary function, navigation and repair. Height 1.09 meters. Equipment, holographic projector, spacecraft linkage and control arms, universal computer interface arm, bus saw, third tread, retractable. Kind of surprised they didn't mention he's got the jetpacks in his leg. And primary sensor color red, although technically you can switch from red to blue. So yeah, nice little plaque there for him. As for R2-D2 himself, he just might be one of the most fun builds I've done in a while. It was quite an interesting bit, and again, very enjoyable. Oh, he looks absolutely fantastic. I will say, for some reason, for the sensor color, they decided to go with pink instead of either red or blue. So yeah, I might switch that out at some time to make that a bit more accurate. And taking a look at the top, he does have the printed. He does have the printed top of the dome. You got a bunch of sensors all over the place. You got like I said, you do have a few stickers like You've got one over here. The two down here, those are also stickers. You got a few of them other places, like you could almost call his extra eyes over here. Those are stickers. The prong arms that stick out of his front, those are stickers, as are these stickers here and this one here. So a decent amount of stickers, but nothing too crazy. Going on. Lots of detail going on here. Like you can almost make out those booster engines, those rocket thrusters in his arms. There's over here. Nice use. Whoop. Eric, but come on. Honestly, wasn't expecting this to happen. Come on. Okay. There we go. Okay, so you got some ingot pieces down here on the feet. You notice that the bottom of the feet all have the inverted tiles. So he slides around the floor nice and neat. So he slides around the floor nice and easily. You got some like whip pieces from like Indiana Jones sets used as wires at the bottom of the feet. They actually use some regular gray lightsaber hilts built into the feet. So yeah, there's a lot of detail going on here. The dome is about as circular shaped as you can get, while using a bunch of plates. Almost similar to like the Mandalorian style helmets from the helmet collection. As you can see, his head does rotate a full 360 degrees, and the third leg is retractable if you just want him in his standing position. And one thing I noticed that I really like about the legs is that they got the legs to where they move independently. Yeah, or you can just move the torso. But when you go to put the third leg in, you may have noticed that that the two main legs automatically adjust to where they need to be. Yeah, once you get that third leg in, really cool function. I'd love to know how they did that. Like I haven't gone through the build. I gotta admit, I can't figure out how they managed to do that, but they managed to do it, and I love it. Plus, you do have a couple of accessories for him. First off, you can pop in his antenna, like what you see him use in Empire Strikes Back when he falls into the lake in the swamp. And you do have a couple spots where you actually have to take off a couple pieces in order to get them on there, but it's not too crazy. And they leave enough spaces as a blank, so they're easy to remove. But you've got his computer, but you got his computer linkage, which he can use to plug into all the computers. And he's got his electric probe. Shock anybody who gets too close. Shock anybody unfriendly who gets too close. Although I will admit, having just seen Revenge of the Sith in theaters, I kind of wish that they had thrown in like the electric probe that pops out of his head that he uses to take out the buzz droid. So yeah, I kind of wish they had done that. Although admittedly, it does come out of the one of the blue panels here, which is part of that, printed that printed dish piece is at the top, so they couldn't exactly put it in the accurate place, but I still wish they could have figured out how to do that. Anyway, for $100, I certainly feel like I got my money's worth. Although I will say, when I had this set finished, once I had finished the build. I will say uh, that my mother, when she first saw it, she thought the first thing that came out of my mouth was, "I thought it would be bigger." Although, be honest, it feels like a pretty decent size, for 1,000 pieces, as soon as give or take. Again, he's a decent size. He's not going to take up a lot of space. Plus, again, I feel like he's going to be a popular one for May 4th because, again, it's R2-D2. When has he not been popular? But you also got that $140 C3PO. I could totally see people doubling that up. That would instantly get like buying those guys at the same time. If you don't have either of them already, that's $240. So it instantly gets you all the gift for purchases. Plus, as I understand it, this little guy is getting double VIP points for May 4th. So yeah, that also might make him a popular choice for this May 4th. But all in all, really solid set. I'm glad I picked it up in my big birthday haul. He looks absolutely fantastic. Good functionality they gave him. Looks perfect. Acts just about perfectly. Without it being the big $240 R2-D2. Again, good size. Not going to take up a lot of room. And he just looks fantastic. Lego did a wonderful job with this iconic Star Wars character. And then, of course, getting the Darth Malak is going to appeal to basically any fan of the Old Republic. So solid build, 10 out of 10. I would absolutely recommend picking this guy up if you haven't already. So that'll be the end of this review. Thank you for joining me for it. If you guys enjoyed it, you know what to do. Hit like, subscribe, all that stuff. Ring the bell to be notified of all videos as soon as they become available. Check out my channel and some more of my content on the end screen in just a few seconds. And I will see you all in the next video. Later, everybody.